Hello everybody, CalviNNatioN here with another review for you guys today, and this review will be on my latest Balisong, my latest knife, and that is the Spyderco Smallfly. This is the Spyderco Smallfly right here. Great knife. This is, if you're unfamiliar with it, this is the smaller version of the Spyderco Spiderfly, and I believe both of these are now discontinued, which is a shame. I think they're both great Balis and great knives. I think a lot of people really love them. It's a shame that they're discontinued, and I think you can get these around. You'll find the Smallfly around way easier than the Spiderfly. So if you want a Smallfly, you can search for those around forums. I got mine on pvk.com. I believe there are still a few there. They sell the trainer, the G10, the black G10 version, and I believe a stainless steel version. Which is great. There's 3 you can choose from, and I believe they're all still in stock, so check them out. First thing I'd like to talk about the Smallfly is, as a small Balisong, it flips really well. I have got to flip this for half a month, about a couple weeks, and I love it. It's super smooth. I just put some WD-40 on it this week. It didn't even need it, but I did just for the sake of doing it. It did become a bit smoother. Not really noticeable, which is great because it just shows that this is really smooth right out of the box already. It was super smooth. It did get a tiny bit loose. I did put some Loctite on it a couple days ago. No problems with it so far. One thing I'd like to point out too now is that if you're getting a small Balisong, I would really recommend the Smallfly. The only other small Balisong really out there is the Benchmade Model 32. I have the 51 here with me. I'll put that over there just for comparison. But like I said, the only real other small Balisong out there is the 32. And I have seen some comparison videos between the 32 and the Smallfly, and even though I don't own a 32, in my opinion, I believe the Smallfly is a lot better of a Balisong. It's a lot more unique looking, kind of unorthodox looking Balisong, which I love. I think the way it looks is super nice. But on the flipping side, I believe it is kind of better because, and you know, I can't make that judgment super clearly since I don't own a 32. But in owning a 51, I can just tell that I would really like the Smallfly better than the 32 if I own both. Don't get me wrong, the 51 is a great knife, as well as I bet the 32 is. I have held the 32 once, never really got to flip it, but again, that's just my opinion. Just for comparison's sake, again, we'll just add my other 2 full-size Balis in there. We got the 42, the 51, and the Chimera 3. These are all full-size Balis. Compared to the Spyderco Smallfly, they are quite a bit bigger. Easier for flipping, definitely the bigger ones, but if the reason why you're not going to get a small Bali is because of the flipping, I really suggest for you to rethink that. I believe that it doesn't really depend on the Balisong you flip. I believe it's more the flipper. As long as you practice, no matter how big the Balisong is, you're going to be able to do it. I have really found no problem in flipping the Smallfly. Great little knife. Haven't even really used it a whole lot, but I can do pretty much everything I can do with these larger sized Balis. Again, really smooth, so it really works towards your flipping. Here's all the Balisongs closed, just for comparison again. Smallfly is fairly large closed compared to it open. The blade is pretty small. I'll have the specs in the description. I don't have them handy right now, but we'll move these to the side for now. The Smallfly is made out of 154 cm steel. Oh, I have my Balio in my hand. Anyway, it's made of 154 cm steel. I don't know if you can see it there. It says it right there. It says Spyderco 154 cm. As well, it has the little Spyderco logo right there, the little spider. I like 154 cm. I think it looks really nice. I don't know how well it is in cutting tasks. I don't really use my Balisongs too much. The only other 154 cm is my 42, but Benchmade's don't come super sharp, in my opinion. This is really sharp. I did a few cutting tests. Goes through the skin too really good. I cut myself a few times on this, like every Balisong, but this swedge on the Smallfly is not sharpened, if you were wondering. It does come to a fairly decent edge though. Nothing that's gonna cut you, but yeah, it still comes to a little edge there. It is a bit, I guess you could say, if you flip this thing, getting hit by the swedge is going to be a bit more uncomfortable than, you know, the 51 or something with the nice little spine there on it. It's a spring latch, which is nice. I believe that is one of the only ways to go for expensive Balisongs. I think a spring latch is really nice for Balisongs in general. But if I'm buying a pretty expensive knife like this, I expect for there to, you know, be a spring latch on there. I don't really have any complaints with the spring latch. It's not as nice and perfect as the Benchmade's, but it is kind of rudimentary. It's just a small little spring. It's not really a great quality spring in there. You probably can't see it, but right there, and just a small spring in there that keeps it open or closed. As you probably know by now, it is a sandwich design Balisong. Like my other two sandwich design Balisongs, my Chimera 3 and my 51, it is made very well. A lot of people, I believe, are discouraged by sandwich style Balisongs. There's really nothing to worry about as long as it's a high quality knife. You know, you're not gonna run into any problems with the Smallfly, the Spyderfly, the 51 and the Chimera 3 or the other Chimeras. They're all sandwich style built Balisongs that are built to last. You know, the 42 as well as the other 40 series, they all come with the single milled out chunks of titanium that everyone goes on and on about. That's really good. I personally love it as well, and you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but there is also nothing wrong with this. This isn't one solid chunk of titanium, but it's gonna last just as long. You know, this isn't gonna fall apart from dropping it. It's not one solid chunk of titanium, but it is very well made, and you know, should be taken as seriously as the other kind of single milled out ones like the 42. I guess you can say that if you're getting a sandwich style Balisong that was priced at $9, then you can probably you know, start discussing its flaws. Obviously those really cheapo CCC Balis are going to be all mostly sandwich style, and they all will probably fall apart on you. Let's see, next thing I'd like to talk about is the tang pins here. It does use 2 tang pins instead of either 1 tang pin like the 42 there, or the Zen pins like the 51. Personally, I really don't care what kind of system it uses, Zen pins, tang pins, 1 or 2 tang pins. To me, it really comes down to whether it works or not, and I have no problems with 2 tang pins. So far it's been perfect. The Chimera 3 also has 2 tang pins, and with quite a bit of flipping through this too, I have had you know, no issues with that either. So tang pins are good. They're hefty, they're big and round, you can see there. Kind of a more off-color look to them. I'm not sure what kind of steel they're made out of, but again, doesn't really matter a whole lot to me. Next thing is the pocket clip. Hold on one sec, I'll go get the pocket clip. Okay, so here's the pocket clip. I forgot about that. I took it off because personally I don't really care to have it on, but you can put this in on both handles, on both sides, so you can put it in 4 different positions. It did come with the pocket clip on the bite handle. I'm not totally sure which side. I believe this side, I think it was on. Anyway, it comes on the bite handle right there. Basically, you unscrew this screw either here, 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 or here, and you can stick it on, again, whichever handle you like. It's a really sturdy pocket clip. I didn't take it off because of its quality. I just prefer having my handles free of any kind of, just a nuisance or anything. So I took that off. Again, nothing to do with the quality. Besides that, I think we've covered pretty much everything. Really nice knife. Again, just love it. I really suggest anyone to get this, whether you're even considering getting a Balisong or a small Balisong. If you're getting a small Balisong, again, I want to say this is the way to go, in my opinion. Like I said, if you're even getting a Balisong, this is even a good choice to go for. You don't have to get a full-sized Bali like a 42 or 51 to have a good Bali. Really suggest this to get. Great knife. I love it. Another little thing I just remembered, it also has here, and printed on the knife, it says, or on the blade, it says Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. That's where obviously it was made. So again, great little purchase. I am very, very happy I got this before it's too hard to find. Any comments or questions about this knife, and I'll be gladly I'll gladly answer them. Send me a comment, a personal message, and I'll get back to you very, very shortly. I really appreciate you guys watching this today, and hope you learned about this knife, and I hope you enjoyed this little review. Alright guys, stay tuned for some more Balisong videos, more reviews, and tutorials. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.